No, listen to me. You don't get it. They didn't just run off. They're dead, I swear.
Mr. Thomas, you have told us this 3 times. Begin audio log, leaving dead space in 3, 2, 1. Alright. Interview 322A. Fazbear Technician Disappearance Incident. Date November 13th, 1986. Officer Smith, badge number 3271. Interviewee, please state your name for the audio recorder.
Thomas. Oh, did you mean first and last? Rick Thomas.
Okay, Mr. Thomas. Let me make sure I've got everything right. You were a technician working for...
Fazbear, yep. I was a technician at Fazbear.
Alright, good. I'm gonna ask some preliminary questions, easy ones. Just answer as truthfully as you can, and then we'll get to the real stuff, okay?
Okay.
So you worked at Fazbear until about 2 weeks ago? Why'd you quit?
I saw things I wasn't supposed to. I don't think I'm supposed to talk about them. Am I allowed to talk about it here? I signed an NDA to work for them.
Oh, hold on. An NDA? Why'd they have you sign one of those?
They said it was to keep other companies from poaching their designs because we're technicians or something. I don't know.
Well, tell me as much as you're willing to. Just remember, you're helping us with our investigation. You said you have information about the disappearance of your coworkers?
Yes, sir. I know what happened to them. I was there.
Okay, tell me everything you remember leading up to their disappearances. Get as detailed as possible. This is more important than an NDA. We can sort that out later, okay?
Okay, yes, officer. So, originally, our job was just go in and fix the animatronics, so none of us really had all that much training. They'd give us manuals once we went on the job, and we just followed them. The 3 of us we'd worked a few years, so we felt like we kind of knew the ropes, But then Fazbear came out with this new underground rental facility thing. It's got an elevator down, and it had the Funtime robots. The ones that, they got put down there after the new restaurant closed on the first day. Pretty sure they had some issues with gas leaks, but whatever, it's not important. We'd all been down a few times, but only once went into their enclosures. The animatronics creeped us out. They're never off, they just wandered around like zoo animals. You can see them through the glass, but one day we got called down for some routine maintenance. And once we got there, they said we had a lot of work to do. So we decided to split up and draw straws for what job. I ended up getting the control room, so I stayed in the middle, and then they had to go into the animatronic rooms, the Funtime Auditorium and the Ballora Gallery.
And this is normal? Nothing out of the ordinary?
Yes, officer. It's our job. The animatronics need maintenance sometimes. Not often, but if they fall or one of their sensors isn't working quite right, we usually run our own diagnostics on them when it's not clear what's wrong.
Alright. What happened while you were doing repairs?
I went to the main control module and found that for whatever reason the shock panels weren't responding. The hand unit wasn't either.
Hand unit?
Oh, sorry, the hand unit is the, automated voice assistant that kind of controls the place. Actually, I don't know what it's like. It's pretty unique, sorry.
That's okay, carry on.
Anyways, usually to get to maintenance, the main guy gives a controlled shock to shut down the animatronics while they're moving around. But since it wasn't working, we had to do the manual mode. And there's a button, usually, in the back sections of their recharge stations. Their stages. If they ever really performed on them, it would be more clear. But anyways, I let the other 2 know, so they started crawling in, and there are protocols for entering the 2 rooms. Ballora is sound activated, so you have to be as quiet as possible while crawling, and stop if she gets close. She's got a creepy music box that she plays, so it's pretty easy to know when she's nearby. And Foxy is motion activated, so the room is pitch black. You can only use a flash beacon sparingly, but we'd all done it like a couple times for training, so it was okay.
Hold on, you said that they were always active. Why do you have to avoid triggering them?
We don't really know. We never got told. We were just told in very strict terms to follow the procedure absolutely.
Do you think the animatronics could have hurt you?
I don't. I'm not sure I should answer that.
Okay, please try to answer whatever you can, though.
Okay, I'm sorry. Anyways, Ballora's technician had a headphone in, so Ballora couldn't hear the radio, and there's a special code we use to relay info through the button on the radio. Like Morse code, kinda. We've got a translation guide, but none of us really needed it. We all had it memorized because we got a pay raise for it. It was just a few cents, but we all thought might as well. So, he made it to the stage first and radioed a message to me. Incident button broken. I couldn't understand what the meaning was, but the vocabulary is very limited, just a few words, because I guess Fazbear didn't plan for complex messages to really need to be transmitted. So I waited for Foxy's tech to radio in, and while I waited, I heard some terrifying noises, and I felt like there was something really, really wrong. And finally, Foxy's tech's voice came over the radio. It scared me for a second. I almost fell. But I radioed back like his protocol, and he was talking about the button being broken too, saying something like it got torn off, and right in the middle of his sentence, I fucking pissed myself. I could hear the scream from my control module. My blood ran cold. I was terrified. I couldn't move. Ballora's tech radioed in, saying repeat with the code. And that was our code for what happened or what's going on. I guess he could hear it too. Hey, do you mind? Could I drink a bit of water?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm still kind of processing all this. I'm still terrified. I don't want to go anywhere near an animatronic ever again.
Is that all to your story? What happened to the other tech?
Oh, right, sorry. I've just been super scatterbrained since the incident. So, where was I? Sorry.
The Ballora tech was asking what happened.
Okay, so he radioed to ask what happened, and I signaled back to him, problem, come back. Only, as I was doing that, I heard Ballora's music through the glass. I went back, and as I was about to get out of the vent to get to the middle section where you go into the galleries, I saw the tech's head get slammed against the glass. And it had to have been just barely not hard enough to shatter the glass, but he knew the protocols. He hadn't made a sound. Ballora shouldn't have been able to see him. She shouldn't have. So I was completely still. I was just laying in the vent trying to not move at all. I figured maybe the animatronics didn't know I was in there. So I waited for a while. I couldn't stay, and I knew I had to see if I could help my friends. So I climbed out of the vent and stayed against the wall so nothing could see me. And I needed to do something, but I was terrified. I knew I needed to go into one of the auditoriums, but I didn't want to. I'm sorry. I should have. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Whoa, hey. It's okay. You're helping. We're gonna find them. We just need the rest of your story.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Whew. I knew I had to go in. I had done Ballora a good couple times in the training module, so I decided to take my chances there. The Foxy tech hadn't radioed back since, though. I hoped he was hiding. I couldn't check with my light because I didn't want him to see me. I hoped he hadn't already.
Below gallery maintenance vent opened.
I crawled to the stage, but I didn't hear anything. Honestly, I might as well have been alone in there. I couldn't find my friend. I swear he should have been there. He should... I couldn't see him. But I heard some sort of mechanical slithering. And then the most sickening sound I've ever heard. It sounded like something wet, like snapping and tearing. I looked over at the source in the light of the stage, and I don't...
It's okay. Breathe and keep talking.
It was my friend, hanging, and some mess of wires was hanging him. He was broken, and the wires were alive. They were looking at him, looking at what they did like they were proud. It slithered away, and I managed to get back out. I looked at the other side, and it had hung the other dude, too. My stomach dropped as I realized I was the only one down there, and I'd just given myself away by turning on the stage light. And then it slammed into the glass. It saw me. I know it saw me. I don't know how it got over there so quickly, but it saw me. It was a mess of wires, but it had a head. It had eyes. It had a mouth. It kept slamming the glass with its metal wire hand things, but it couldn't get out. Those glass were basically bulletproof. I ran. I crawled through the vents, even while it slammed on the outside. It even tried talking. It sounded like a little girl.
I don't understand.
I got into the elevator and I hit the button to close the door probably 100 times. It couldn't go up fast enough, but I got out.
Why are you only telling us this now? Over a week later.
I was scared. I couldn't come forward. Fazbear called me and they said they'd fire me if I said anything, and they made it sound like I was crazy. They recommended mental hospitals. It was like they were threatening me.
Do you have any record of this phone call?
Yes! No, actually. It was on my work-issued phone that they promptly took. They say they wipe all records weekly, but I swear I'm telling the truth.
So, do you have any evidence that would prove this? Even where this location is, I want you to know. I want to believe you. We just need evidence to prove it.
No, not really. We park at headquarters and we get in a van that takes us to the elevator. We don't know where it is. We never questioned it. I swear it's somewhere. Just look for buildings within 45 minutes of Fazbear HQ. It'll be one of them.
Yeah, sure. We'll get to that. Look, I'm sure this was all very scary to you. I'm just going to send someone who can help you. A mental health...
No, I swear it's true. You have to believe me. I can't have done all this for nothing.
You want us, and by extension, a court of reasonable people, to believe that there is a secret underground facility with robots not only capable of murder, but able enough to hang the bodies and feel pride? And you say this is all done by a pizza chain. Do you realize what you're asking us to believe?
I swear you need to listen to me.
All right. I'm going to leave now and send in the helper. You just need to listen to her. She just wants to help.
Audio log 322A reviewed. Suspect displays behavior consistent with traumatic incident. Testimony from Mr. Afton, incident impossible. Recommendation, dismiss testimony, institutionalize Mr. Thomas in psychiatric rehab facility until deemed stable. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you like this style of storytelling, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what stuff you'd want to see. Anyways, that's about all. I'll see y'all next time.